Yo, what's up everybody? Dfsdudes with DFSCheatSheet.com. Back again. Got a Thanksgiving slate. We're going to break down all of the quarterbacks, all 6 of them, on this Turkey Day slate. Hey, like always, before we get into it, we would really appreciate if you guys would take the time to click that subscribe button below. As always, you don't want to miss any of the content that we produce for NFL, MLB, or NBA. We are right in the middle of this NBA and NFL season, producing a ton of content on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Click the alert button so you don't miss out and you get notified as soon as we produce it. Without further ado, let's jump right into this. First pick is quarterback Drew Brees. We'll break this down first. We'll kind of go top to bottom here for price. $9,000. The over/under in this game is 59. It's the highest over/under on the Turkey Day slate. The Saints have an implied total of 36, 30.52, 28.9, 31.44 FDP. That's FanDuel points in his last 3 games. 11 touchdown passes in his last 3 games. In 8 out of 10 games this year, he has multi-touchdown passing games. 6 times he's thrown for 3 or more touchdown passes this year. The Saints, look, they're on fire. 45, 51, and 48 points in the last 3 games. They've scored 30-plus points in 8 of 10 games and 40 or more points in 6 of those 10 games. Atlanta is terrible in DVOA, 32nd in total DVOA, 31st against the run, 29th against the pass, 30th against wide receiver number 1s, 31st against wide receiver number 3s. Drew Brees, lock him in Sunday night. Stay right there as we'll go to Matt Ryan, who's also in a pretty good spot. You can take a look at Matt Ryan here against the Saints. Their defense, I liked them last week. They're on a short week here. Both teams are. The Saints overall, 27th total DVOA, 28th against the pass, 32nd to pass-catching running backs. They're 31st to wide receiver number 1s. That bodes well for Julio Jones. 32nd to wide receiver number 2s. We know Calvin Ridley had a monster week the last time they played each other. This is a do-or-die game for Atlanta. They can't fall further behind. They've got to save their season. They really need a win here in this matchup. Matt Ryan has thrown for 300 yards 6 times this season. That's 6 out of the 10 games he's played in. In the first meeting, going 26 of 35 for 375 yards and 5 touchdown passes. He will have to throw it for them to stay in it. He's got plenty of weapons around him to do it. Can Matty Ice deliver in this pressure-packed spot to save their season? We'll move on. The first game of the day shows us Mitchell Trubisky, $7,900, currently listed as questionable, will not practice again today. Today is Tuesday, but the Bears have come out and said they're very optimistic he's going to play in this one. I fully expect him to play in this game. His last 4 games have been great. He's completing the ball at a 65% clip, 845 yards and 7 touchdowns over his last 4 games. These 2 teams played 2 weeks ago. Trubisky went 23 of 30, 355 yards. 3 touchdown passes. He also ran it 3 times for 18 yards and a touchdown. This guy can get you between, 2 and 5 points with the rushing, so he has the rushing upside there. Multi-touchdown passes in 6 of 10 games this season. The Lions, terrible defense, 31st in DVOA to pass, 25th against the run, 32nd to wide receiver 1s, 27th to wide receiver 2s, 30th to tight ends, 32nd to wide receiver number 3s. Load Trubisky up in the early games. We'll move on to America's team and Dak Prescott. Huge win last week against the Falcons. Here's my problem with Prescott. He's yet to throw for 300 yards. We know the upside he brings you with his legs. In the previous matchup, he goes 22 of 35, 275 yards and a touchdown. He does have new weapons. Gallup getting a lot of run. They did bring in Amari Cooper off the trade. He likes to check the ball down. And they've been really exercising the screen game here with Zeke. So he does have weapons. This is an upside GPP play. Drew Brees is by far the cash game favorite of the group so far. Dak, he brings you tournament upside. He can have multiple touchdowns, throw 2, run 2. It's all there for him. But on paper, DVOA, Redskins 28th in total DVA. They're 28th against wide receiver number 3s, but they're 29th against the run right now. Zeke may be the better matchup. But Dak is definitely viable on this slate. He is a tournament play only for me, though. Moving on, Matthew Stafford. Detroit had won 4 straight Turkey Day games on Thanksgiving until last year when they got waxed by Minnesota. The game ended up being a little bit closer than what the actual, the score was a little closer than what the actual game was. Here's the deal. Is he the sleeper of the slate? McCoy could be the popular new play. He's the cheapest price quarterback on the slate. He's probably viable going against the Cowboys, but Dallas' defense is really good. So you can also pay up a little bit and get Trubisky. So, is Stafford kind of the sleeper guy, the low-owned guy of the slate? He's been very successful on Thanksgiving, broke Tony Romo's all-time record on Thanksgiving with pass yards. He does play better at home, coming off a big win. Kerryon Johnson is doubtful. Stafford will have to throw it, and he'll have to throw it a lot if this game's going to be close. Threw it 42 times for 274 2 weeks ago and 2 touchdown passes. So he's going to have to throw it to be successful. The last quarterback that we're going to break down, Colt McCoy, in for the injured Alex Smith. Washington is 6-4, and the fate is right on the shoulders of Colt McCoy. McCoy went 6 for 12 for 54 yards and a touchdown, coming in for the injured Alex Smith. He also rushed 5 times for 35 yards. McCoy has beat Dallas in prime time. It was on Monday Night Football. It was just in 2014. That was the last time that he actually started. The Redskins have the second lowest implied total on the board at 16.5. They're 7.5-point road underdogs. McCoy, I think, does garnish ownership. It is a tournament play. I cannot see playing him in cash. I can see a couple of guys that I know who would probably play him in cash, and they're probably going to load him up in cash. I don't hate the play, but McCoy is definitely, Drew BREES is the guy here, right? But can you fit what you need around him? That's the thing. McCoy, tournament play only for me. Not enough upside for me to play him there. So, hey, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Don't want to miss out. New content every single day. NBA core plays, our NBA slate preview, doing quarterback picks, running back picks, wide receiver picks, tight end and defense picks. All of this during the course of the week. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Don't miss out on any of the content. Like this video. We appreciate that as well. And visit us, www.dfscheatsheet.com. Stay tuned. Huge Black Friday sale coming up. We will launch a promo code for that. Everything on the site will be half off. Luxury box memberships, monthly memberships, etc. We'll also do a free site preview for the entire Cyber Weekend. Peace out, guys.